What happens when the most successful man on television becomes Hollywood's biggest scandal? That is the central question behind the Netflix docuseries, aka Charlie Sheen. For decades, Charlie Sheen was not just a famous actor, he was one of the most recognizable faces in Hollywood, embodying both success and self-destruction. The series explores his meteoric rise, his very public downfall, and his long road toward sobriety. But the real question is, what does this ending truly mean? And what does it say about fame, consequences, and redemption? Born as the son of legendary actor Martin Sheen, Charlie seemed destined for greatness from the very beginning. He quickly found success in the 1980s with acclaimed films such as Platoon and Wall Street, roles that cemented him as one of the most promising young stars of his generation. However, behind the glamour of red carpets and box office success, the pressure of living under a famous last name, combined with his own reckless decisions, would slowly start to shape a very different path. Fame opened every possible door for Charlie, but it also dragged him into excess. Drugs, non-stop parties, broken marriages, and a trail of strained relationships followed him everywhere. The turning point came with his dramatic exit from 2.5 Men, the hit sitcom that made him the highest-paid actor on television. What should have been the peak of his career instead became a public breakdown, transforming him from a beloved star into a worldwide scandal almost overnight. The documentary also highlights shocking episodes from his private life, extreme and almost unbelievable stories. Flying a plane while drunk, staying awake for days using bizarre methods like keeping his head in a bucket of ice, and ultimately, the devastating announcement of his HIV diagnosis. All of these moments exploded into the media, creating a storm where Sheen seemed to lose control not only of his image, but of his very life. Yet in aka Charlie Sheen, we see a very different version of him. Now, with several years of sobriety behind him, Charlie looks back with a sense of clarity. He speaks about responsibility, about the importance of family, and about his attempts to repair some of the damage caused. But he is also painfully honest. Some wounds cannot be healed, and some consequences will follow him forever. The ending of the docuseries is not a triumphant return to Hollywood glory. There is no grand comeback to superstardom, no happy ending in the traditional sense. Instead, what remains is an intimate and brutally honest portrait of a man who faced his demons and survived, but who will never be completely free from the weight of his past. Symbolically, the message is powerful. Fame is shown as a distorted mirror. It can elevate you, making you feel untouchable, almost godlike, but at the same time, it strips away your humanity, exposing fragility, loneliness, and the darkest sides of yourself. Charlie Sheen's story reminds us that success without limits can easily become a prison, that redemption is possible, but it never comes without scars. His life is a warning about how fragile the line can be between admiration and self-destruction, between power and downfall, and so the final question remains open: is it truly possible to repair the damage of the past, or does fame simply multiply and magnify every mistake, ensuring its consequences last forever? Now I want to hear from you. Do you believe Charlie Sheen has truly found redemption, or is he still trapped in the same destructive cycle? Share your thoughts in the comments. This community exists to debate, to reflect, and to look deeper beyond the headlines.